Go back to the UK and those explosive revelations that have been coming from Prince Harry's new memoir. It's set to be released next Tuesday. Well, our press reviewer Leo McGuinn has been getting a sneak peek via the front pages of the UK newspapers. He's here with us to take us through it. Leo, how are they reacting in the UK?
Well, Sharon, explosive is certainly the right word. This news is all over the UK press this morning, as you'd expect. It's obviously this story that Prince Harry's memoirs are coming out next week, but the stories have been leaked, and there's so many of them, it's almost hard to know where to start. We'll start with the Mail, the right-wing paper. They've gone with "Oh, spare us." That's, of course, in reference to the title of the memoirs, which is called Spare, and the allegations by Harry that he killed 25 Taliban fighters while in the armed forces. The Independent have gone with something completely different. The fight between Harry and William, where, according to Harry, he was injured. He was pushed onto the floor, onto his back. This came after remarks by William that his wife, that Harry's wife, Meghan Markle, was rude. In fact, the Telegraph have gone for something different again. They've gone for "Please don't marry Camilla." This comes off the back of Harry's claims that he begged his father not to marry Camilla over fears that she'd become a wicked stepmother. These are just a few of tons of stories, tens of stories even, from these memoirs that are coming up, including William and Kate laughing at Harry's Nazi costume, his infamous Nazi costume, and Harry saying that he took cocaine while a teen.
And as you say, Leo, it hasn't yet been published, so how have the papers managed to get so much detail about what's going to be in the book?
Yeah, this is quite interesting, actually, Sharon, because, as you say, the memoirs aren't due to be published until next week, Tuesday the 10th. But the papers did get a sneak preview. The Independent, The Guardian even, managed to get the book in advance. And this is their exclusive that they ran with yesterday. The fight that I already mentioned, the altercation between Harry and his brother. But the book, it doesn't end there. The book was also accidentally published early in Spain. Some publishers published it 5 days earlier than they were supposed to. The Sun got a sneak preview. Obviously, their Spanish is very good because they led with this story, the one about Camilla being an evil stepmother.
Moving then from the son of a king to the son of a notorious drugs lord, Leo. Tell us about that arrest in Mexico. It's been covered by a lot of the papers there as well today.
Yeah, as you say, Sharon, Ovidio Guzman Lopez, the son of El Chapo, also known as the Mouse, not too flattering a nickname. He was arrested yesterday after a 6-month surveillance operation. It's led to clashes between security forces and the Sinaloan cartel. It's all taking place in the Sinaloa region. As you can imagine, it's the lead across the Mexican press today. La Jornada have led with this. It's a picture of El Chapo's son. He's being led into a helicopter where he'll be put before a judge. Noroeste is a paper from the region, a local paper. Unsurprisingly, they've led with the violence in the region. There's now been three members of the security forces that have been killed in these clashes. Gang members have also attacked a local airport. 2 planes were fired upon by these gangs. All flights have actually been forced to be grounded. While the capture has been lauded as a success, there are some worries that it will actually just strengthen the main rival, the notoriously violent Jalisco New Generation cartel.
Switching gears then completely, you're leaving us with a story about baby names for 2023. Give us a sample of what we can look forward to hearing a bit more of later this year.
Yeah, so if you're expecting in 2023, listen very carefully to this one. Glamour magazine have published this, baby names that are expected to be big this year. Some of them unusual, some of them not so. The World Cup ended just a few weeks ago, obviously. England did okay. This is UK-based, I should mention. And as always with the World Cup year, when England are playing, babies tend to be named after the players. In 2006, there were lots of Davids after David Beckhams. More unusually, lots of Peters after Peter Crouch. This year, Jack and Jude, after Jack Grealish and Jude Bellingham, are expected to be the names going forward. Football's also going to be a key factor in girls' names. This comes off England's amazing success at the Euros. They won the Euros last summer. As expected, names such as Beth and Alessia after Alessia Russo and Beth Mead are going to be big this year. Television is also going to play a big role. I'm not sure if anyone's noticed, but over the last few years, Peaky Blinders has played a huge role in baby names. Tommy and Arthur have had a bit of a resurgence in the last few years. This year's predicted one is Wednesday, after Wednesday Addams from the TV show Wednesday on Netflix. So get ready to greet lots of baby Wednesdays this year.
I wonder if there might also be a lot of Harry and Meghan's this year as well. We've also been hearing an awful lot about them thanks to that Netflix documentary onto the book that you mentioned earlier, Harry's book released next week. Thanks so much for joining us with that. That's Leo McGuinn joining us there for our press review. It's